And the feels like temperatures hit triple digits today.
It's hotter than Hades in here. All right, it's ridiculous.
Hey boys, I feel like I'm sweating a lot more right now.
I'm in a bus with two fucking grinders. Two dudes who are gonna grind on that field and off that field.
Go. So like it squirts out of their asshole. It shoots projectile.
Yeah. I had no idea he had that club in his bag.
I want him to be on this bus ripping a joint. What stuff you got for us, Alex?
Put the fucking AC back on.
My ears are like screaming right now. I feel like a steam engine right now. Dude, it's not a joke.
I have to leave.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna have to write a diss track.
So
there's no part that's not covered in sweat.
It's tough, man. I get a little emotional talking about it.
Dana B is back, but
hang on now.
Can we just turn the AC on for like 5 minutes, please? Are we rolling? Yeah. The only reason why I have these headphones on right now is to figure out what y'all be bitching about sometimes. When the AC is on, y'all get cranky. Well, it's hot as fuck in here, and Will promised me a new place to put the bus, and it'd have AC conditioner and Wi-Fi. We got Wi-Fi, right? Yep. That's great. 1 for 1.
Got the Wi-Fi. Don't worry, AC will be in and installed by the end of Wednesday.
I complained last week about the bus not being configured the right way, so I went to put my headphones on today. Got 0 range. Literally, this is as far as I can get. So there's that. Bloss. And I'm not going to sit around and pretend like the fucking table isn't flipped the wrong way. Bloss, you should be on the other side, and Alex, you should be on the opposite side.
They set it up that way.
Why'd they do that?
Because Bloss got to reassess how he wanted the whole thing to be seamless with unloading, loading it back on for when we do tailgates and tow the bus. He wanted it cleaner. He just wanted it better, man. Bloss went to work.
Seems like Bloss has been pissing a lot of people off lately. And Bloss has been, hey, I'll tell you what, Bloss is a fucking power lifter behind that keyboard. My man is he's on HGH behind the keyboard. He talking shit about everybody.
Why you say that? Oh, you've been seeing some comments?
I've been watching Bloss be talking shit. Defend yourself, Bloss. I tweeted back at you one time. You said something. Go to my tweets and replies.
Bloss is lurking out there in the weeds like that.
Yeah. Damn.
Dude, hey.
That's the one right there. What was Bloss?
Oh, he said Bloss behind the keyboard.
It was the 49ers beating the Titans in the game. And all of a sudden, Bloss wanted to come out of the woodwork, dude. He was going to defend the 49ers' honor with this one. What'd you say?
Listen, Taylor.
Winning against the Niners? ... Someone come
he said someone come test this man.
Shake my head. Bloss, you beat this guy's ass or what?
Oh, yeah.
Is he wearing an Eagles jersey?
Yeah.
What's he... This man's all sorts confused.
Wait. So Bloss is just responding to somebody else, some random dude, and then you see Bloss responded to that guy.
Because I don't follow that guy, but I follow Bloss.
Right.
Pulls up. I watched it before I even saw Bloss's thing. And I was like, oh, it says Titans record. Let's see what this schlub thinks it's going to be.
Yeah.
Right? He came out with, well, how'd we do? We did pretty good, right? Like 12-4, 12-5.
On his little TikTok video.
Yeah.
And then Bloss comes out of nowhere with that comment.
Yeah, so shake my head. Someone's text this guy.
You know Bloss doesn't do well with comments, though. We've known that
like us commenting?
Just, you remember in Miami? I'll talk about how people came after the boys every now and then, like with comments.
Yeah, no, Bloss is definitely, he's a vigilante.
Yeah.
But now here's a double-edged sword of it. He's a vigilante for us, which I appreciate. Love Bloss to death. One of my great friends. If I ever get pulled over, if I get a ticket, I'm blaming it on Bloss. I know he's got my back.
Yeah.
But also, like, the team I've played for and the whole reason why we were able to make this podcast was becoming teammates on the Tennessee Titans, and the boys, fucking hates the Titans.
I know. He really... What is your vendetta against going against the Titans?
Hold on. You know what? I'm so happy I get to do this. Before we get going, this podcast is brought to you by Chevrolet. The greatest, most dependable, affordable, beautiful looking vehicle of all time. Let's get the Dundant going, dude, because that's what I know we all love.
Dude, shout out Chevy.
Shout out Chevy. I saw a Chevrolet. I was driving down the highway going to pick up that dog we were talking about.
Yeah.
And a Chevy totally cut me off. And I fumed for a second. The temperature got high. I had to get tested for COVID. My temperature got so high. But then I realized it was a Chevrolet. And I was like, let him pass.
Oh, he's just a lunch pail guy trying to get to work. Pass.
He's like, I got to get to, I might be late. And with the durability and the way those motors work, he's going to make it there just fine. Yeah. It definitely wasn't going to be a vehicle issue.
Did you get a kink in your neck when it was kind of going by?
No, because it hit me forward. So if anything, I might got a little whiplash going back. Like, is that a, you know
From
what I'm saying?
how good it looks?
Is that a Chevrolet?
That big, bold, commanding look?
Dude, honestly, it was the strongest, most advanced Silverado I think I've ever seen. It was beautiful. And perfect play here. Silverado is strong, advanced, dependable, and hardworking. Silverado is dependable. Like the people who drive them. That guy who cut me off, I went from wanting to end his life to kind of wanted to be his best friend. You know
what did he
I'm
do
saying?
in that Chevy when you were by him? Was he hauling a boat? Did he start going off road next to you?
You knew based on the vehicle the engine that's in the vehicle, he could have done all these things, but he wasn't towing nothing. I think the man was just ready to get hard at work. He was, you know what he probably was? He probably wasn't late. He's probably going from one job to the next, knowing to himself, I'm a Chevy guy. I'm not going to let nobody down. And then when I get home, I'm going to be a great father to my kids and probably take the boat out with them and go fishing. That's probably exactly what happened.
Or if my friend needs it for moving day, I'm going to lend it to him.
And that's exactly what you do. Why? Because Silverado is dependable like the people who drive them. That's why. The design is big, bold, and commanding. The truck turns heads. Now, thankfully, I didn't catch the kink because we know the kink's a thing when you're talking about the Chevrolet. I caught the whiplash. I caught like if you freeze framed it, it hit me like double chin city. And I know for a split second there, I was very vulnerable. But it's a partner with a grit and determination. Anything is possible, and a Silverado is a partner. Is they partner in that? What? Anything is possible, and Silverado is
and Silverado's a partner in that.
If anything's being possible,
it makes it better though.
Let's make sure we refer to the truck as a Chevy Silverado, and let's use Chevy a couple of times in the VO. All right, not needed every time the host says Silverado though, but just know that.
Go to a Chevy dealership near you.
Yeah, and then tell them that the boys sent you. Say, hey, listen, I'm nervous. I want to be a truck guy for the first time. I'm ready to ditch the Prius or the BS, and I'm ready to get myself into a nice, well-fitting Silverado, Chevy Silverado. So let's get back. Is that you, Bloss?
Just anything that happens, Bloss.
I'm pretty sure it is all Bloss, isn't it?
He grinds, dude.
For anybody who doesn't know the backstory on Bloss, because we've never told it, so none of you know the backstory. Bloss is actually literally works his ass off and then gets minimal hours of sleep and comes in here because he loves doing this job. He just
Bloss is a Chevy Silverado.
Bloss is a Chevy Silverado.
Yeah.
Handsome, sleek, bold, and durable.
Yes.
Yeah. So anyway, fuck you, Bloss. You should have. I don't like the way this thing is, the way it is. You
Bloss, how many hours did you come in that one day and just start cleaning and like putting the whole bus together?
I think I was running on 3. Today is probably a little bit less. So
well, if you caught his Instagram, it said that get sleep where you can, pod in a couple hours. And dude, I think I was waking up when I saw that.
I was telling the boys when he was cleaning and putting it all together, his Hispanic kicked in.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I said if you think
it's a racist thing. Like
no, it's just like it's just the Hispanics are grinders. And then I told the boys, do you ever see a homeless Hispanic person?
I don't think I ever have.
No. They're grinding. Yeah. They might knock on an abandoned house with homeless people in it, and they might ask, hey, let's fix this up for you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
That's Bloss. That gene kicked in with him when he was cleaning this entire building.
I'm a huge Hispanic fan, Bloss. I know it's a weird thing to say. Love myself some Mexico. And growing up in Arizona, here's the deal with people in Arizona who are probably listening to this right now. There are a few fans out there, especially friends I grew up with. The Mexicans, they don't get a good rap out in Arizona. This whole you're going over the border thing, you're taking the ticker jobs like South Park thing. I'm on the other side of the fence. But Mexicans grind their ass off. Swear to God, a real story. When I grew up on the ranch, we had a bunch of Mexicans working the stalls and stuff like that, keeping the place clean. And Border Patrol cruises up to the ranch like a 6 cents. They were out of there, dude. I listen. This is not like a disrespectful story. It's like this shit happened.
Yeah, I'm serious. When do you ever see a homeless Hispanic person?
Listen, I don't want to get. I know these cancel culture people out here. I don't want them to be like, this dude doesn't respect the Mexicans.
Everyone that follows the boys knows how to take a good, solid joke.
Let's hope so, dude. They're out there. They're scheming.
Yeah, if not, we need Bloss to get on the We need Bloss to get on the keyboard and say, hey, this is good. They're good.
So
the boys are good. Yeah.
So Border Patrol, Patrol comes to the ranch. No joke. It was dead. There was one tumbleweed flowing through the entire ranch. No one was there. 2 days later, I came outside. I'm like 12. Everyone's back to work. It was unbelievable. Yeah. The absolute grinders get after it, and they have a 6 cents.
Yeah.
You can't be mad at them. You know what I'm saying? And then move the violence. Listen, white people do shit too. Black people do shit too. Chill. All right, and fucking calm down.
Just start bringing in. We're talking about Hispanics so much. He's like, the white people, the Bible, you'll see them.
Hey, white people really do be the most lazy people, though. Like as a whole, they just want to get mullets. Garrett,
why'd you gotta?
What a great
Garrett?
transition. I'm tired. I am tired. I'm tired today.
I don't want to get
I'm trying to make something
laziest
happen.
people of all time.
going on at home?
We got that damn dog, dude. I love that fucking dog. She's so adorable, but she kept me up last night. She was cute as fuck. Like she's sleeping. She snuggled up to me.
The Luan's got a wolf. They got a baby wolf.
Yeah, we got a baby wolf. And she's all snuggled up to me, loving on me. But like 10 o'clock, every other 15 minutes, she's up, fucking wants to play. And I'm like, hey, listen, like you see this roof over your head? I gotta fucking do this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This ain't where you used to be. Like we gotta work for this shit.
Right.
She doesn't get it yet.
How many animals do you have now?
We have 10 total animals. I would really say we have 3 because we have 4 ducks.
I don't know if you can say you have 3.
Oh, I have
You'll be
2
out there.
ducks.
I'll be over there. You'll be. I gotta go close the pen.
Yeah,
Gotta
but
go
the
open the
ducks.
doors.
Like, all right, so we bought ducks. We bought ducks at Tractor Supply Company because I walked in there one day with my wife and Talon. You guys don't know Talon. I don't even know why I'm saying wife. I walked in there with Talon and the Bean. There's a cage and a bunch of chirping going on. Well, we stroll over there. There's a bunch of ducks. The lady starts talking about how ducks are super easy. That once they grow their feathers, they fly away. They're cool. So I was like, let's get some ducks. All right, whatever. All right, we can get some ducks. No one also tells you, listen, actually, I'm really happy this is being brought up. But no one tells you that ducks are the most disgusting creatures of all fucking time. They shit and like they don't piss, like they don't pee, but their shit is a combination of pee and shit. So like it squirts out of their asshole. It shoots projectile. Yeah, and it's all of the time. So you're constantly cleaning the pen. Now they're almost full grown, doing their thing. And it's like, all right, soon they'll be gone, like living their lives out in the wilderness. But for now, I got to take care of their ass. And Taylor does most of the work. She'll fucking hear this and tell me that. But like, she does most of the work. And it's like, what am I getting out of these ducks other than some little bit of camaraderie? You know?
Have you seen one get raped yet?
No, there hasn't been no duck raping. They're still kind of coming in like which one. I think there's only 1 boy and 3 girls. So I don't think he can do that.
He can't get it figured
He's
out.
outnumbered. I think if he starts going on one, the other 2 will probably stop him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We had a good segment. When was that? It was like the Kirk Cousins pod.
Yeah, it's Kirk Cousins.
A lot of new listeners now. So a lot of people out there, ducks, the way they reproduce is the males, they rape the female.
They have corkscrew penises.
They have corkscrew penises, and the female duck also has, I'm sure Bloss will pull up a video for us, but the female, they have like a little like corkscrew maze style vagina to where they have to earn it. The boy's got to earn it getting in there.
He's got to find it. He's
Yeah.
He's got a lefty loosey, righty tighty, lefty loosey, righty tighty, and find the right the area.
And there's several male ducks trying to get at this thing. So the female,
so like ducks like hold the tails down and then the head down, and she's squawking.
and it's like they're like beak at its neck and stuff.
It's like
I
a
mean,
rough
it gets
deal.
raped. That's what happens when the ducks have sex. It's rape.
But I think like, is it really rape? I don't know. Maybe we don't know what the ducks are saying.
Maybe they don't have a judicial system amongst the ducks to where somebody's got to go stand trial like, hey, you're raping this female.
Yeah.
You got to go to duck prison.
Exactly. You gotta go to duck prison. Imagine the's like a little jail cell full of sticks and mud.
We're gonna fly. Yeah, we're gonna fly this one south while the rest stay up north.
Yeah. So anyway,
God.
ducks rape ducks, and so I got 4 of them. I haven't seen a duck raping yet, but those little fuckers, you get them and you're like, oh, it's gonna be so cool to have ducks fall year round, and then like, you know, I don't got 10 hours in the day to be hand feeding these ducks. So now these ducks are like kind of like they fuck with me, but they don't mess with me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're around, they're like, hey, what's up? And if I take a step forward, they're out of there.
Yeah.
You know, food or some shit, they come back a little bit. I got a tickle in the throat.
Hey, Taylor, and for everybody listening, Taylor and I tried to get a guest. We tried to get a guest.
It was
Couldn't
a
get
tough.
a guest.
Listen, it is a tough deal. Go ahead. I'm actually a little hurt today.
Yeah, it's tough, man. I get a little emotional talking about it.
You know what? I'm here for you because it's hard.
Reached out to AJ, asked if he wanted to come on the bus.
Yeah.
You know, in my head we're friends.
Yeah.
But I got 0 response from AJ, and it was tough because he responds to me and everything else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He wanted to play in the softball game. We got him in the softball game. He ended up backing out of the softball
Back out
game.
of that game. Yeah,
I asked if he wanted to come on. He was supposed to come out to dinner with us.
Yeah.
He said, I'm down.
On Saturday.
Had
a great steak at Jeff Rufus.
Yes.
No free shout outs.
No free shout outs, Jeff.
Yeah, it was outstanding.
And backed out last minute on the dinner.
Last minute.
And so I hit him up. Hey, you want to come on?
And we had a great time.
Yeah. I texted him.
would've-
I said, hey, missed you tonight.
Yeah, but it was awesome. But it would have been, maybe there would have been a little to it.
Yeah, it would have been that
saying?
much better.
It would have been that much better.
Not that, no disrespect to all the boys over there. We had a great time.
Harold, Jayon, Alan. Alan was a little bit of a Harold's
Alan was
friend.
lovely. He was lovely.
He was nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Kinda
Harold's
very-
friend Alan.
He had a polished head.
And so then He's like, yeah, my bad, I couldn't get out. I'm like, did you miss us? He said, a little bit. And then I text,
Yeah,
he plays hard to get.
He does.
He plays very hard to get. So then I text him this morning, knowing he's awake. Like, I know the boys got to go in for physicals and the mandatory minicamp, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Text him at the wee hours of the morning. Hey, would you like to come on the bus after your physical and rehab?
Wow.
And no response. It was tough. It was tough knowing he looked at it because you know he sees it.
Well, actually, if you don't mind, I'd like to interject for a second.
Did you talk to him?
I did speak to him.
Oh,
he was doing.
Get back to you after commercial.
So he was doing his EKG when I walked in. Now, just so you guys know, I didn't know the information that AJ ghosted Will because Will and I have our daily talks, and it happened to happen this morning. Will let me know that AJ didn't respond. So I'm a little hurt walking into this thing, but I don't want to show that I've been hurt, I've been wounded. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna lay on the sword, and hopefully AJ's still my friend, right? Like, he tried to salvage something.
Yeah, because I text Taylor too. I'm enduring the pain of this non-response,
and I've been through it. I think I went through like 2 months without AJ talking to me after the Pat McAfee thing. That was a tough little deal.
Yeah,
that was a hard gig, but we made up, I think. And so I get in there. He's doing his EKG. It's perfect because you have to lay perfectly still and you can't move. So I'm like, I got a corner.
Yeah, he can't move.
So they got this shit all put on him and stuff like that to test his heart out or whatever. And I said, so you're just gonna ghost the boy like that, huh? And he's like, what you talking about, man? I'm like, well, I know that Will reached out. And I said it calm.
Yeah.
I said, I know Will reached out to you about coming on the bus. You don't have to. But like, are you guys good? He was, man, we good. I was like, well, you missed dinner. And he was like, I told him I couldn't go. I had things.
Was he getting a little?
He couldn't. There was no. He was like a stiff body.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like he was paralyzed.
It's like his eyes were like if he was Stephen Hawking, his eyes would have been yelling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the way his eyes were rotating. So he was like going back and forth at me and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like if he had a keyboard in front of him, it would have been yelling. Like, like a lot of shit. So I go, AJ, listen, like, just respond to the boy. You know, it's not that big of a deal. And to his credit, he gets off the EKG thing and he goes to his phone and it has Will Compton and the text still had the little blue dot next to it. He hadn't read it. He had not read the text yet. Now, my question to you, doing this weird middleman thing where I have to drive all day, different parts of town, has he responded to you yet?
Has not responded to me yet.
Well, then there's no excuse.
Right.
I also have been hurt today. And I'm glad we get to get this off our chest. So before the AJ,
Taylor doesn't even laugh. He's just like, all right, everybody, calm down. Let me tell my truth.
So before today, I when Will told me the news, man, this is tough.
Here's the thing, too, and I just want to before you get
Thank you, because I actually wasn't ready. I wasn't ready, so I'm glad you're saying something.
But when you're scrolling on your phone, right, like you can see all the conversations.
Yeah. Now, who am I on your tops?
No.
Okay.
Hang on. Here's why. Hang on.
I've been hurt.
Here's why I do. I do have reasoning for it.
In my tops, you guys go ahead and
you
want to zoom in on that. Can you zoom in on that? Yeah. What's it say right there?
You were top middle. You were in front of my mom.
Well,
and let me explain before we get into all that.
We can talk about all the things we did do. You know, but what's being done. Well,
the time where the boys were rehabbing hard.
Yeah.
You weren't responding to me all the time.
Yeah.
And so I wanted, because I'm texting literally all the time, as you know.
Yeah.
So I wanted to have people that are like, I'm responding to all the time. Like when you text me back, I just know you're going to be at the top and I'll be able to get to you. But you were kind of just taking up space. Like, it's not like I was getting much out of you. You wouldn't respond to me all the time.
So is that an apology or is this like
I'm explaining why I'm saying you were up there. I'm saying you were up there.
Please tell me I have an ad read soon, because this is a spiraling situation.
Can we get back to the AJ? Can I get back to the AJ thing real quick? I know you're tough. I know you're dealing with a lot right now.
I guess we can get back to it.
But when you're scrolling in the messages, like you see AJ's here, I can only assume that's what he's seeing on mine. You can see the entire question.
Yeah.
So he probably doesn't want to touch it so it doesn't show off as read. You know what I'm saying? He sees the question, don't want to answer it. Now, this is me making this up in my head. Could be false, but it is what it is. So that's my rebuttal to him saying I haven't looked at it yet. He probably read the entire message. No, I don't want to go on the bus. It's all good.
Yeah.
I know it looks like I'm struggling.
Yeah.
I'll be good tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right now I'm hurting a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And listen, I hear your truth and I recognize you.
Thank you.
I'm glad.
And I do want to say I'll put you back on that. That was hard.
I don't want to sound like I'm kind of fighting back, but kind of feel like I don't want to be. You know?
Yeah.
I think
I understand.
just
We need it
leave
to
me
naturally
alone.
happen.
Yeah, organically.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works.
Let's talk about what you went through.
Back to me.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Because I know who didn't respond to Taylor, and it's
So
hard.
Derrick got into town yesterday because mandatory minicamp. So like you have to be in town. So I know for a fact Derrick's in town.
Yeah.
I text Derrick. Derrick Henry.
He's a boy too, man. He's one of the boys.
He's really for the boys. I text him at 8:54. Now I just got off the phone with Will at 8:53, and I said, "You in town?" New text. Want to do Bud today at 12. Now the reason why I say Bud and didn't just fix it and tell you guys I said bus is because I actually got a text back that said, "Huh?" And I texted. So that was when. So he texted me 10 minutes later saying, "Huh?" And then I said bus, fixing it with a little star thing up at the top. 30 minutes. That's all I need. I just said 30 minutes. Then he didn't respond for an hour and 27 minutes.
That's tough because again.
Well, because he was, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I just texted back at 10:27 said, "Got it, no worries." Like admitting defeat.
That's tough.
You
That's
know?
tough on the other end. That's tough. What did he respond?
He responded. He responded at 12:12. So we've already started. He sent me a tweet of somebody saying, "Y'all, what the fuck is this?" And
So
it looks
he's
like a
just
dead werewolf.
not even. So he's just not even
Is that a dead
recognizing it.
werewolf? This is what he sent me. Now, is that real?
Oh, I don't know, but that needs to be. We need to give that to Blas so we can.
Yeah. Oh shit. That's fake. This is what Derrick just texted me at 12:12.
So he didn't even acknowledge that you're like got it.
No, we spoke. He was doing his physical, and I was walking past him. Now I pretended not to see him, and he goes, "Hey!" He did the hand reach out, and I'm 15 feet away. No way his arms are gonna reach me.
Yeah.
Hey! I got a bunch of shit to do today.
He is the hen. He is 2K.
Well, to me, I call him D friend.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. It is tough,
everybody
man.
else.
It is tough.
So listen, for all of you people listening, and maybe you're like, I just really wanted to have a really fun little time with the boys. Listen, you're listening to us, and we appreciate you hearing our truth.
Yeah.
And hearing the hurt that goes on with us on the bus.
And when you guys all comment, get so-and-so on the bus, get extra, get all these dudes on the bus, Titans, all that stuff.
Effort's there.
The boys try. The effort is there.
A lot to talk about. Thank God.
Thank God we haven't had to read. Thank God we haven't had to read.
Oh, bare bottom clothing. I love.
I know you do.
bare-bottom clothing.
I know you do. And what is your most recent experience with bare bottom clothing?
My most recent experience was, I had to say, 2 days ago when I'm out. It's Saturday. It's very hot outside. I believe it was 90 degrees.
Dude, yes.
And I was out. I'm working the ducks, and I have my bare bottom clothing on. Now, they're cottony, so you think, okay, they probably after a while they're holding a lot of moisture. My sweat mostly. But no. The bare bottom clothing fit great, felt great, and I had a nice little breeze going under my undercarriage the whole time. It was wonderful. Then they transform, bada boom, bada bing, into a swimsuit for me. And I had to spend time. So I got a lot out of just one pair of shorts.
It sounds like the most versatile menswear you can get.
I would agree with that.
You can get 2 pairs of their best-selling stretch shorts, which I think that's what you're just talking about, plus their antimicrobial and moisture wicking tech tee for under $100. Price right every day, so you don't have to wait around for year-end sales. Over 10,000 5-star reviews from guys that have already made bare bottom threads their everyday go-to, whether you're working the ducks, whether you're swimming, whether you're doing all that stuff like Taylor just mentioned. Bare bottom is your go-to. Their zero chafe stretch swim trunks feature quick drying, 4-way stretch fabric made sustainably from recycled plastic bottles. Most shorts and swim trunks are available in both 5.5-inch and 7-inch inseams. Show the thighs, boys. Get the 5.5s.
Yeah.
Designed to transition from the couch to the gym and work to play or whatever you like to do, whether it's working the ducks too, redundant. They only make threads you will love to wear all day long. Right now, our listeners get free shipping on their first order of these super comfortable threads at barebottomclothing.com with code BUSSIN. Just go to barebottomclothing.com. That's BEAR, like the animal, bottomclothing.com, and use code BUSSIN to get free shipping on your first order.
Executive order. Can we just turn the AC on for like 5 minutes, please?
All right, we're back from our AC break. Are we good? Are we rolling?
While we were on a break, JP said the word WAP, no context. But And right when we were getting the AC, Bloss said something about we didn't say why.
We didn't ask Bloss why he was chirping the Titans.
Why were you chirping the Titans, Bloss? I assume it's because the guy put a L in the San Francisco column against the Titans this coming season.
Yeah, so the Titans play the 49ers week 16.
Okay.
Just for anybody that didn't know that. But the reason why I've been so hard on Titans fans lately is because, for one, like they're already crazy on Twitter. They already very passionate fan group or fan base, whatever. But what I'm trying to get them to do is like manage their expectations. Like manage your expectations. Like you're out here acting like you've already won a Super Bowl, right? Like, are we not going to address the defense at all? You just act like you're going to outscore everybody.
Wow.
Like, all right. So there's that, right? So just manage your expectations. Also, act like you've had a star before. You have Taylor Lewan here. I mean, last time I checked, he was a star.
I'm an offensive lineman.
Weird. Hey, what about
I am
me?
a star, thank you, but I'm just an offensive lineman.
I was on the team.
All right, you got Derrick Henry. You got Ryan Tannehill. I mean, you got AJ Brown. Like, you have stars on the team. Act like you've had a star before. All right?
You want smoke on social media?
Yeah. What's make sure you put your own handle up on this motherfucker when you're talking, buddy. Put
All
it
I'm
right
saying
over my
is just
face.
Manage expectations.
Now,
I get it. Everybody's excited.
I don't think you're wrong, right? Because anytime any team gets a lot of players on their team, they think to themselves, we're winning the Super Bowl this year. But correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. 49ers, what it's like when you walk in there and you see those 5 banners. When you start to get people, like when you got Jimmy Garoppolo a few years ago, I'm pretty sure Bloss is pretty excited about that.
Went from 6 to midnight.
6 to midnight, big time. And I'm not just saying you, a few years ago when the Browns got all their star power, and they still do have a lot of star power. The point of being a fan is to live and die on the sword of look how great we're going to be, right? Now, you come after the defense. I'm not touching it because I'm on the team. All right? So I think the defense is going to be better this year. You know why? Because I don't know shit about defense. I played it when I was in high school, and I was trash. But I do know that fans, in this dead period, June and July, like I obviously know that the NBA playoffs are going on, hockey playoffs are going on, but like football fans are excited for football to come up. And you get a first ballot Hall of Famer who's been at the Atlanta Falcons for 10 years coming to the totally different division, NFC to AFC, and going to a team who, I mean, since the Eddie George era, I think in 2008 they went 13-3, but other than that, this hasn't been like an overwhelming amount of success. Maybe a franchise that hasn't gotten a lot of credit. And I think of the fans that have stuck by this fan base since 1999 or 1998, whenever they really came in, because they played in Memphis for a year. They're really excited. Now, listen, I want you guys to go murder Bloss because Bloss can handle it, and I think Bloss will have a fun time fighting back. But that's the whole point of June and July is everyone's 17-0 in their mind. We got this. Oh, but if this guy does great, we can do that. You know,
right.
and sometimes minds we're not losing any games. And the reality is we're probably going to lose a few games this year because that's what happens every year. Everyone loses a game unless you're the Patriots in 2008.
They lost Super Bowl.
And they lost the Super Bowl. You know, Eli Manning, arch nemesis.
Vrabel was out there too.
Vrabel was out there in that thing. I mean, I know Vrabel, and he's listening right now.
Could you imagine if he would have went completely undefeated?
That would have been the coolest shit ever. You see that Tom Brady actually said that he would give up 2 rings for that one?
Yeah, I believe that. I mean, they would have went, 18-0?
He said it, so I believe it.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
he said it.
I think we on the podcast, we love the petty. We love it when our fans are petty, and we're happy when other fans are petty towards us. Because it keeps the world going around. That's the world we live in now. It's Twitter, it's Instagram. People are talking shit behind a keyboard. You know, I remember this video of 2 dogs. There's a fence. And there's 2 dogs are barking at each other, trying to go ham, and the fence opens up, and they kind of just like stand there.
And then they close it,
and they start going off at each other again. Like, that's the world we live in now. So I love it. I think it's fun, and I like giving you a hard time on it. But Titans fans, you guys think we're gonna be 17-0? Keep fucking believing that, man. Because when it's week 1, you guys are hyped up. It's gonna be awesome. And there's going to be trials and tribulations as there are every single year. Sacks are going to be given up. Games are going to be lost. That's the way the world works. That's how it happens. But you ride the highs and you try to conquer those lows. We'll keep moving forward.
Hey, I think that was well said.
Well, I appreciate
from a
very
fan's
well said.
perspective, because you were hyped thinking that you guys might have got Julio for a second, and if
yeah.
you land Julio, like
If
as
you let Julio, Bloss is saying we're not losing a game.
oh
this
yeah,
year.
exactly.
We're
As
Super
a
Bowl-
fan base, you're so hyped because again, like you're a fan that sticks with this team through thick and thin.
I can hear Bloss now, like, oh, we were in the Super Bowl 2 years ago, and we get Nate Bosa back, and we get Solomon Thomas back, and that linebacker 54, Warren, was that his name? Warren?
Eric Warner.
Eric Warner.
Is it Eric
He's,
Warner?
he's an outstanding linebacker.
Fred Warner, my fault. He's a
Sorry,
monster.
Fred. He's a
Yeah,
monster.
He is a monster.
We got he's a stud. He really came on last year, and Jimmy's going to be healthy all year because Trent Williams got paid and he wants to show.
We got
And then
George Kittle.
Julio, we got George Kittle, and now we got Julio Jones. We're unstoppable.
Yeah,
You know?
Bloss is out there acting like he hasn't been there. Wait,
Yeah.
were you even alive the last time the Niners won a Super Bowl?
Yeah, I was. I don't remember it.
Some 49ers fans out there tweeting
Yeah.
us. When did the Titans win a Super Bowl?
Yeah, who cares? This
Yeah.
year we won.
Hey, chill. But
Listen, I'm still rooting for
No,
the
I'm saying,
Titans.
I'm saying right now in June, Super Bowl crown
we're
us.
Super Bowl champs in June, baby, which means dogs nothing. But as fans, I think it's awesome when fans are excited about their team.
Yeah,
And because I know, like, I wasn't playing in 2019 because I was suspended, but when the Titans went into Cleveland, they legit were like, they literally thought like the Browns were going to win the Super Bowl, no question
right. Because you
about
got
it.
OBJ,
And they got donkeyed. The Browns got donkeyed by the Titans. And I remember Delaney Walker said, crown him if you want to crown him. Delaney Walker, one of my favorite teammates of all time.
Yes,
You know, it's fun. That's what keeps this whole narrative of fans versus fans getting behind your team. We're all going to war together.
right.
That's a cool
And I
little
love Titans social media too because they like Nashville's known as like a tourist city, go in
Yeah.
and go out. So they've kind of created this culture of this Titan fandom because you say they're very loud. A few years ago, people wouldn't have said that about them. Like they don't really have a great fan base, blah blah blah, X, Y, and Z. But I feel like social media and everything kind of given Nashville that little bit of credibility now because they're able to like come together, figure out who's loyal, who's not loyal.
Yeah.
And the boys are stoked. Why would you not be stoked?
And it's
I
got to
am
be.
stoked for you guys. I am happy.
Well,
for
I
you.
don't.
But when
It
you
doesn't
see it
feel
every
like it.
day on your timeline,
Well, you also live in Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah. And
you
live in
follow some
Philadelphia,
some
you
of them
Eagles kid
too.
everywhere.
You follow some of the Titans fans too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey,
What would Matt Neely say right now?
he wouldn't say anything right next to
No,
me.
Matt Neely would be in your face.
right next to you,
now.
he'd be in your face,
He'd be in your
dude.
fucking grill, dude. Matt Neely might have beat your ass right here. He might have just done it.
Did you?
Assaulted a cop.
Yeah.
He might have assaulted an off-duty cop.
Oh, just Matt getting in his face.
Dude, that'd be hilarious. That's
Did you?
wrong.
Did you watch the Catch a Diaz fight?
Yeah, I watched the Diaz fight. I watched some of the prelims, and then I went to dinner with you, and then obviously when I came back, I watched the Diaz Edwards fight. I thought it was really good.
Nate Nokia Diaz, dude.
What is it, Nuki? I didn't see the.
I tweeted. I said, Nate Diaz is like a first generation flip phone. You can throw him in a blender and he'll come out still working, still
no
making
fucking
calls.
question, dude.
Like this dude gets beat within an inch of his life. It looks that way. I know he doesn't.
He's dead game.
But he looks like he gets beat within an inch of his life.
Yeah.
And the dude just keeps coming back. It's
Nate-
like in Rocky when he just talks about that rush and he's like, and he just keeps coming back. He's not right for us, baby. That's actually Rocky 2 when he's talking about fighting Rocky. When he's talking to Apollo about fighting Rocky again.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna.
The dude gets beat like he's Rocky Balboa out there.
Yeah,
And the crowd just roots for him.
yeah,
He's like becoming more of a star even when he's not winning.
100%.
I love it.
I think. I mean, if you're Edwards, right? That's his name, Edwards. Edwards beats this guy, literally pieced him up, dude. Like throwing comp, like he would literally beat the shit out of him the entire time. And then at the end of the fight, what's he doing? Smoking
Just ripping a
vape?
joint.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. Press conference.
That's not a joint. That's vape smoke.
I want him to be on this bus ripping a joint. Look at him.
Look, yeah, he doesn't give a fuck. But Nate Diaz, listen, the way he just took it the whole time, and in the 5th round, he tagged, and he could have ended that fight, but he tagged him, and then he was appreciating his handiwork. He put the hands out. Dude was stumbling.
Yeah, and he doesn't finish
Them
him.
legs were noodles, dude. If he would have came at him, he could have ended the fight right then and there.
And instead, he just wanted to point at him and like
Yeah.
laugh, like, got you.
Yeah, but I mean, the whole fight, Edwards was fucking beating the shit out of him, hit him in the jaw like 5 or 6 times, and did not face Diaz once.
I mean, check him out right there.
But he's out. He's out. Regains like he's like out. Oh, I'm out. If he would have bum rushed him right there, the game it would have been over. It'd have been the most ridiculous win in UFC history. That's crazy.
Like, does this dude just love it like
And there was
that?
3
It seems like he
seconds left.
does, right?
3 seconds left, and he's fucking going ham on this guy, and then it goes off. And
How old is Nate?
31 years old. 31 or 33?
Really?
He's older than that? 36 years old.
I was going to say, man, like he's been in the game a long time. Like I just wonder if it ever like, you know, if he's one of those guys that goes back and just needs to fight.
He's waiting on that Connor trilogy because he'll get paid out off that.
He'll get broke off on that Connor trilogy.
And then he can ride off into the sunset.
Connor, if Connor loses the Poirier fight, you assume he goes and fights Nate for the trilogy. But if he beats Poirier, I hope I'm saying that right. If he beats him, he's going to go fight for the belt.
Yeah.
So Nate's hoping that Connor loses this next fight. But I think if Connor goes and re-wins the belt, he'll take on Nate even though Nate has like he's been pieced up several times. You know what I'm saying? Pieced up.
I mean, people. I kept seeing the photo of John Cena where he's just bleeding all over his body. People just kept posting and saying like that's what Nate was. I mean, the dude just bleeds.
The gash
all the time.
over his left eyebrow was unbelievable.
Yeah, and it's like every fight.
Elbow. Dude, I think that was a brand new cut. That thing looked like it was a freshie.
He said he got cut in training.
Did he?
That's why they pushed back a month, yeah. And so they just reopened the whole thing. So it is fresh, yeah.
That's wild.
I wonder how it feels like the days after. Just
Probably feels the same as after a football game.
no, dude, getting dummied in the face like that. I'm just wondering how your face feels. Like we don't get just. I mean, we get dummied in the face. We're concussed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's not like our faces are getting tore up.
That's true. Yeah, I don't know. I think Nate's a guy you definitely want to root for, though, dude. The way he just keeps on fucking coming. When's he retire? Does his brother still fight? I don't know. His brother was at the fight watching him. And what a great time. If you're looking at fights, you're probably betting. But why bet when you can just invest with Blockfolio? Blockfolio is the world's most popular mobile app for cryptocurrency tracking and trading. Thank you, sir. Build your portfolio and follow the prices of more than 10,000 coins. That's 10,000, right? That's not 9,000. That's 10,000. Not 11,000, but it is 10,000. Get phone notifications, updates directly from the projects you care about. Buy and sell Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin,
Ethereum.
God, every time Ethereum, Dogecoins, and other. Listen, you got to know how to pronounce it to invest in it. Am I right? If it makes you money, someone's going to do it. It might as well be you. Dogecoin and other top tokens will with absolutely zero fees. Get a free token with every trade over $10. Visit the App Store and download Blockfolio for free today. Blockfolio, investing for the crypto generation.
I saw somebody under my comments was saying like, are the boys invested in crypto? And somebody's like, no, they're probably asleep. And I just want to correct those boys and say, oh, the boys are invested in crypto.
The boy is invested in crypto. I'm not invested in crypto. I need to be invested in crypto.
You have the app though on your phone. Blockfolio. You have the Blockfolio app on your phone though.
I do have the Blockfolio app on my phone, absolutely, but I just need to I need to press the green button and make it happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I got Blockfolio, but I like all those little shit coins people talk about. I kind of want to get in that little underground world, but I feel like you need to, Dave was talking about it too, like you need to figure out how you get on before it gets to the popular apps.
Yeah.
Because if it gets to the popular apps, like, then you've already missed the boat.
Well,
people talk about like ass coin and shit coin and Dogecoin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Coin, all the coins.
Yeah, all those little weird coins. We can make a boy coin.
Oh, I'm sure we could.
No, we can.
Oh, we can?
Yeah, I think we can. Right?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like you just, yeah, we can make one.
I think it's that easy.
Okay.
It's like NFTs.
Hey, yeah, and then Shab, I saw he's doing NFTs with his podcast.
That's awesome. I don't know how you do that.
I don't either, but we need to figure it out.
Shab is definitely paving the way for a lot of people in the podcast world. He's really murdering it.
Yeah.
Murdering it.
What stuff you got for us, Alex?
Put the fucking AC back on.
Take a sec.
Ooh, Pat McAfee Show appearance.
Yeah. Put that back on for just a second.
Ron and them will be here any minute.
Oh, okay, good. So we just took another like 3.5 second break. It's hotter than Hades in here. All right, it's ridiculous. Recently, our boy Will Compton made an appearance on the Pat McAfee Show.
Right.
What's that?
I said I'm sitting right here.
Recently, the boy who is right next to me made an appearance on the Pat McAfee Show, and I didn't see the show, but I did see several highlights, all of which was Will telling Pat to come on our show. So,
yeah. At the very end,
how many times did you plug us?
I think I shouted you out, and then at the end when I talked about collaborating and them coming to Nashville in July sometime. Because yesterday I was putting out stuff. Who should we have on? I'm trying to like make things happen for the boys, getting them here. Guess who's going to come probably in July?
Who? Pat McAfee.
Oh well, there are talks with that. AJ's talking about coming, but also Bert Kreischer,
Oh, I
and old
fucking
Tom
love
Segura.
them. I love
Trying to
those
make
guys.
that work, dude. We're trying to make that work. Dale
If they
might be
came
coming
out
on
here,
this weekend.
That'd be epic. That would be unbelievable. Tristan Wirfs also DM me. Tampa Bay rookie Super Bowl champion.
Would love to
DM
get
me
more players on from
without
other
me
spots.
without me even saying anything to him. He says he wants to come on the bus. So shit's out there, boys. We just got to get him on the pod.
having
coming.
having Pat and the boys on here would be electric.
Yeah, it'd be awesome to fit all him and his whole entire crew in here.
Yes.
And then have AJ on the screen smoking a cigar. You know what I'm saying? Just leave him there.
Or me and AJ on the bus smoking cigars together while you guys just try and survive. Like we all just try and survive.
That'd be brutal. As long as we got AC, I could probably deal with that again.
Yeah. I got on, I rallied an AJ chant. You know how they do, AJ,
Yeah.
AJ.
Attaboy.
But yeah, I shut out the bus a couple times, of course, man.
Yeah, you got to. You do.
Got to
a great
shut out the
job.
brand.
I see in your kitchen right there. Got waffle in the background.
Got waffle hanging
Yeah.
up over the shoulder.
Outstanding. It's a beautiful kitchen. It's a lot of fun to spend time in there.
Have you thought about how we're going to kind of rally these episodes together for
Nope.
the year?
No.
So we're getting in a little bit of a, need some pods.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Just ain't know if, you thought about it.
I haven't. I tell you what, that no, I haven't actually given it a thought at all. Sounds like it's gonna be a bit of a deal for you.
Possibly.
It might be.
Possibly.
Could be. We'll make it work though. You'll make it work. You got it. You're gonna kill it.
But what if I'm gone?
You're gonna kill it.
You're going to kill it. Yeah, you're going to do a great job, man.
It says the college football playoff expansion may surprisingly level the playing field to enhance the regular season. The first thing I think of when I see that is UCF.
Why
That's the
UCF?
college football playoffs, right? It's the expansion. They're going from 4 to 12. So a few years ago, UCF went undefeated and they missed the playoffs. And they put a banner up saying that they were the national champions. Well, okay. Now, here's what's going to happen. Regardless of the number you go up, unless you go to all 100 and whatever teams, and then you do that's now what college football is a big bracket
Like a
that
March
goes down to
Madness?
one. Yeah. Well, even then, teams don't make it. Everyone, there's always going to be a team that feels slighted. The teams that are in the 13, 14, and 15 range, if you're going up to 12, those teams are always going to be frustrated about, we should have been in it. We should have been able to be in the playoffs, blah, blah, blah. So I think regardless, someone's going to be unhappy. I like the fact that it's going from 4 to 12 because I think it needed to be more to begin with.
Oh, we got Rone here. The boys are here. Stephen Che, he reached out. He does Tampa Bay all 22. He's like a big,
Never played football, but he'll break it down till the fucking cows.
He'll break it
Oh,
down.
so it's like Pro Football Focus.
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
Perfect.
And he reached out, hey man, would you mind if I make a little highlight tape for you? Try to get some of your
I
stuff
got a
out
highlight
there.
tape on my phone right now.
I know,
I
I
can give
love
them,
it. I
no
know.
problem.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, do your thing, man. I don't care.
Oh, that's badass.
And then yesterday he's been watching the Compton tape all weekend and stuff like that. So I
What
think
do you
he's gonna
say?
make a little tape.
What are your high points? What are your low points? Did he give you any critiques?
I'll see tomorrow.
Oh, it's coming down tomorrow.
He's dropping it tomorrow. Yeah.
That fires me up.
He was glowing though. It was a glowing recommendation.
I
He
love
was
that.
very fired up about it. He was very excited about it.
That fires me up.
He's a good dude.
Oh man, rock solid.
Yeah.
I don't know him. He sounds amazing.
A nice boy. He's a nice boy. That
like
type
that.
of thing. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Just
yeah, yeah.
a nice, good old fashioned, aw shucks, good guy. Real
Yeah,
nice
yeah.
guy. I almost just punched this into my fucking
No
face.
question.
For those
That
who
was a
don't know,
close.
we have Rone. What's your government?
Adam Ferrone.
Adam Ferrone.
Is the
okay.
government, but you know what I mean? This is
Rone.
in case the feds are watching. But
Heavy
Rone.
hitter at Barstool. What
That's
content?
generous.
What are you doing in Nashville?
We're doing a series called Neighborhood Eats where we go from city to city and try the food that they're most famous for. So Nashville hot chicken. We're
Oh.
in Nashville. It's Nashville hot chicken, and we brought you boys some chicken. We brought chicken around. I don't know if you guys
Did you guys try this yet?
are in the chickeny mood. No, this is our first stop, first place. You get some chicken in front of
Wait,
you. Are you a chicken man?
Hang on now. So you went to these spots and you haven't eaten them yet?
This is the first spot we went to. Get some chicken. Get some chicken for yourself.
Get some chicken. Get some chicken.
Look at this fucking thing.
It's massive. What do we need to know about Nashville hot chicken? What this is from a place called Party Fowl, FOWL, like a bird. But what do I need to know about chicken out here?
Dude, I moved out here 3 years ago, and everyone talked like this was the baby of Nashville, the food.
Yeah.
I've had it a couple times. Big hot chicken guy.
Hattie B seems like they've kind of conquered the market a little bit.
It seems like they've conquered the market, but you come to Nashville, I see Garrett back there.
Yeah,
Listen,
I
we
know.
get it.
Garrett's a
The
Nashvilleian.
locals will go hard saying you got to go to different spots.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Hattie
Prince's.
B's is like that tourist spot.
Yeah, yeah.
That
Have you heard
tourist
of
piece.
Prince's?
Prince's we heard of. Prince is
Blas,
the
who
original,
else?
right?
Yeah, allegedly.
Red 615 chicken.
Oh shit.
Ooh, that's
And
a
what are
deep
you?
cut.
What'd you say, Garrett? Bolton's. I've heard of Bolton's.
So Bolton's, Princeton, and what 615 chicken?
I haven't tried all of it because the next day, man, it's coming out the other end. That it's just brutal all day long.
That's what I'm worried
You know what I
about.
mean?
You try. I got to work out in about 20 minutes. So
Yeah, you
go
don't
ahead.
wanna-
Don't worry about me.
Put the
Let me know
pressure
what you
cooker
think.
going.
Yeah, dude, that thing's a ticking time bomb. Now, Party Foul, that's a place that has like a bunch of like games and stuff like that. You play beer pong. Is that kind of vibe?
I don't know.
Is it true? It sounds like
Yeah, they got like an arcade and stuff in there.
a little arcade in
Oh,
there.
okay. I thought it was like they do like Flip Cup and like you can do a bunch of like games and shit. I must be thinking of somewhere different though.
I was trying to learn the origin of hot chicken, and they said
That's on
that
8th Avenue.
it started at Prince's, and the great uncle of the woman who owns Prince's, he used to be a philanderer around Nashville. He used to go out in town and cheat on his woman all the time.
Okay.
And one Saturday he got back real late. He was obviously cheating. So the woman he was with, she said, I'm going to screw this guy over with his Sunday morning chicken recipe. And she tried to overload it with cayenne and hot sauces. And he loved it. He was just so into it. He got all his brothers together. They started a restaurant all together just because he was such a cheater that she tried to make it painful for him, and it wound up tasting good. How's it taste?
Before I give my review, is that a real story?
Dead ass.
That's a real fucking thing.
Right?
So this woman tries to get back at her man and he ends up making millions.
Exactly. He turns into like, he starts a type of food. He
They
starts
say-
a genre of food.
They say pussy's undefeated, but it sounds like pussy lost one. You know what I'm saying? Check it out. Congratulations, boys. Congratulations. That's incredible.
That's it. What a story,
God.
right?
That's
Beautiful.
unreal. All right, what do you think? Give me your full deal.
It's got a nice crisp to it.
I love that.
It's full of chicken underneath, so it's not just all fried
Yeah.
over top. You know how it gets a little redundant biting down on it. It all falls apart. It doesn't fall apart. It stays together quite well. You bite into it. It's got this nice little sweetness flavor in the hot sauce, but it immediately spices your mouth a little bit.
Do you need a drink of water?
No, not yet.
Not that hot.
It's one of those bites to where you want to go back for another bite to see like if what I taste is what I am tasting. I don't know,
Yeah,
maybe
you got it. Sounds good.
is
son.
what I am tasting real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's got nice flavor to it.
Okay.
Nice spice all around, the crisp, the sweetness, the hot, overall 4.5.
I don't disagree with that number. I think that's a good number.
Out of what?
I don't think that matters.
That doesn't matter.
4.5.
I don't think that
It doesn't
matters.
matter.
It's just the number. That's
It's
the
all in
number
the
that
review.
is.
You read the review, and if it says 4.5, you know there's room to grow on. And
It could go somewhere,
Yeah,
yeah.
it could be out of 5. It could be out of 10. It could be out of 8.
What did you think?
I thought it was delightful. I think that I might be fucked though. I'm out here wearing a white shirt.
Yeah,
This
I
is
thought
going to
that
be
the minute
messy.
you picked it up. The minute you picked it up, I was like, oh, this is going to end. Not
Really?
well. Yeah.
So you think I'm going to wind up changing shirts today?
I know. Yes, you're probably going to have to.
Yeah.
I don't know. See if you. I think it'd be even better if you kept it on.
And just wore it the entire
Wore it
time,
the
just
entire
as a
time.
testament to everything that I was
Yes,
getting
like a
into.
warrior going through battle.
But you're making a veteran move by not putting this hotness into your body before you wake up or before you work out.
I'm
rather.
awake right now, but yeah, I'm gonna go work out. I actually have to leave in 1 minute, but yeah, I think if I put that in my body after what I'm about to go through, it's gonna be maybe out both ends.
Yeah,
you
bad
know?
news.
Instead
Yeah,
of just one end.
The gargoyle.
Yeah,
Have
where
you
it's
heard
front
that? When
and
it, yeah,
back?
front and back.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
sitting there like a gargoyle, like. And
When you go front and back, do you sit down?
I think you have to.
You got to sit down because puke is so much easier to clean up than feces.
Yeah, but like, are you puking right between your legs? Like, are you just like puking on
I
the?
would, if you're a veteran and you know, like, I just had some party foul. I'm gonna get the toilet and I'm gonna put my trash can right here, and then you grab and spew. You know, it's like the thinker with both hands. So
Oh, Rodin.
yeah,
beautiful,
yeah.
beautiful.
It's artwork. It really is. It's a sculpture.
It is.
in
It's
motion.
art. Exactly.
All you see is stomach convulsions. It's beautiful. Will, you have a
Hey boys, I
degree.
feel like I'm sweating a lot more right now.
Is it the chicken?
Hey, he started lighting up like Christmas, dude. You all
I was kind
right?
of sitting there and you kind of just feel it kind of coming out of your pores a little bit.
Yeah.
Set that over there.
It's a nice exfoliant.
So this is the first stop. So you don't have anything to compare this off of.
No, it tastes good though.
Shit tastes good.
said to watch the Poultry Guys.
Poultry
That
Guys?
one's hot as fuck.
Oh, I don't know which one
Poltergeist,
it
that's a
is.
scary movie.
Different flavor.
You might have got that
Shout
one.
out Sport Clips haircuts. No free shout outs. Sport clip stylists are experts in men and boys haircuts.
They really are.
With specialized training and techniques. Cutting guys' hair can be harder than cutting.
Oh man, harder than getting this ad out.
It's a little intense.
You got it. You got it. Finish strong. A little water.
Did you know that cutting men's hair is harder than cutting women's hair?
I didn't know.
You see this bead of sweat just running down
You're
my
pouring sweat right now.
When you go to Sport Clips versus a place that cuts women's hair, you are getting stylists who are specifically trained to cut guys' hair. Sport Clips are experts in understanding facial shape, hair texture, and cutting to a guy's best advantage.
Yes. Doing great.
Sport Clips' signature service is the MVP haircut experience. It is so much more than a haircut. The legendary hot steam towel on your face, massaging shampoo.
You might die.
That makes you melt into your seat. It's the ultimate relaxation, man. With 1,800 locations nationwide.
One more round, champ.
A Sport Clips is closer than you think. And your experience is even better with the on-deck text alerts, which means a lot less wait time and more prime time. You'll get a 15-minute heads up when it's time to head in. And another text when you are next in line. Sport Clips gives you more ways to save time so you can enjoy your prime time. Text messages often required. Messages and data fees may apply. Visit a Sport Clips near you for a haircut that exceeds the typical experience from start to finish.
Yes.
Hey, that was the Nate Diaz fight.
Beautiful. Above and beyond.
That was the Nate Diaz fight. You were getting your ass kicked the entire time.
Exactly.
And at the end, you almost took it home.
Yeah,
you almost knocked it out at the end, dude.
One more round, you would have won it.
You would have won that shit
You
for
would have
sure.
won it.
Dude.
They just let you fight the entire way.
Oh, fuck, man.
Hell yes, that was incredible. What a testament, and what a pairing you and the chicken together. What a pairing that was.
That had to be the poltergeist. Is that what it's called?
Oh, you guys got that in there. One of them in there?
It was like
Try
a little
another one, see what's hotter.
Yeah, it was a roulette.
I don't want to try anymore. Hey, I don't think I'm
Is he
truly
sure we
drenched.
got a
Like,
ton?
I'm sweating.
I just poured water on you, yeah.
My ears are like screaming right now. I feel like a steam engine right now.
Dude,
it's not a joke.
Well, I was promised AC when we got this new place. $3,800 a month. We have no fucking AC, so
It's coming.
It's coming though.
It's coming by the end of Wednesday.
By the end of the day?
By the end
By
of
the
the
end of
summer.
Wednesday.
Oh God, he's come out every Wednesday.
Yeah. Yeah. By
You
the
know?
end of the day.
'Cause
By
I
the
would
end
have
of the
pushed
day.
it. I would have loved to have pushed it. Put Bloss in the blender.
Yeah.
There's no way
What
you're
you
thinking
got?
right
So
now.
what else you got going on? You got Nashville Eats. I've seen a couple Sunday. You did the Sunday conversations, right?
Yes, sir. We were doing some Sunday conversations. We're popping around doing the 21st and Prime with Dion. We got a new podcast coming out with Lil Sasquatch. We got a gang of stuff. We're just trying to keep up with you guys because I know I'm in a bus with two fucking grinders, two dudes who are going to grind on that field and off that
Let's
field.
go,
That
dude.
are
I
trying to
love the
build the
hype train.
brand over here, try to build the brand over there, and I'm just trying to keep up. That's all I want to do.
I love that.
Dude, I love the energy you got.
I'm trying to just be like you guys. You know what
love
I
the
mean?
fucking
And I feel like the
you got.
energy's really dwindled over here in the middle of us right now.
That's why I'm trying to
He was strong. But it really is like a sauna in here right now.
Yeah, it's no joke. It's not a joke at all. I don't know how you guys do it, but it's a testament to you guys.
I appreciate that.
It's
That
a
means lot.
testament. What do we need to do while we're in town? I know that you've had a bunch of Barstool people coming through. I know you had a whole litany of them last week. Is there any go-to recommendation that we need to do while we're in town? Any go-to honky tonks? Do we have to go see Kid Rock or John Daly, or who do we need to see?
I think if you're looking for a little, if you're looking for the tourist spots, Honky Tonk always rips. Old Red is always nice. Broadway is definitely the
Tootsie's.
place to go. Tootsie's is historical. But I think if you're trying to get into the regulars, you gotta go to Losers. Losers
Yeah.
Bar and Grill. That's the number one spot in my mind.
Is that a real place, or is that like a ninth green at 9? I'm going to walk there and people are going to call me
that's
a
a real
loser.
place. There's Losers and there's Winners right next to Losers. Don't go into Winners. That's for fucking pompous assholes who think they're better than everybody. Losers is where the real people get together.
Okay, this is.
He's got
Am
a
I
sign.
getting fucked with?
He's got a sign hanging in Losers.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Oh.
well, I put a lot
on
of
Avenue or Boulevard.
I paid for that place's rent for a few years, so I fucking
believe it.
got after it there.
Is there a place that has is there like a Christmas themed bar or some shit that's open in
Santa's
the middle
Pub.
of the night? Is
It's
that a
actually-
real place
It's
or
right
what?
down the road, actually, from here. It's like a mile or 2 miles away.
What is that place? Because I've heard tale of it.
It's a double wide, and you're allowed to smoke inside of it. I'm pretty sure it might be like this. Yep, this karaoke bar. Kid Rock's been seen in there. I believe Justin Timberlake has also done karaoke in there. It's a spot that it's just real grungy Monday through Friday, but I think Saturday, Sunday really picks it up.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
Have you been to Santa's Pub?
Mm-mm.
That's
Let's go over there.
There it is, right there.
I'll go.
Santa's
What do
mom.
you got planned for the rest of the day?
I'm about to eat some chicken, sweat, and go see Santa Claus. We'll go rock
fucking
out with
deal.
Santa Claus. Is that so? There really is a Santa that's in there.
That looks like it.
That's no fucking
That,
joke.
oh, that might just be a local. Who knows?
Is that open all year round?
Yeah.
I think it must be, right?
Bro, it's literally like less than 5 minutes from here right now.
Is it a spot or am I just like I don't even know how I
It's
heard
like a
about
hidden
it.
little spot. It's a little gem.
It's
for
off.
sure.
Yeah,
It's a
I
spot
haven't
you gotta
even
get
heard
to.
of
in
that.
the tuck.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
a tucked little hideaway.
I love that. I know. Where were you at? You were at like the Country Music Awards or some shit. The
Yeah, it's at
American
CMA on Wednesday. Thank you. Even the producer of our podcast didn't bring that up. Yeah, I did that.
I wanted to
And
set you up.
But
I-
me
Thank you
going
very
on
much.
Pat McAfee Show was
And
up,
then-
baby. Let's go. Let's go.
He picked his favorite. Yeah, I did CMA awards with CMT awards with Trace Atkins. We had ourselves a little bit. They wrote some stuffs in there. We did some ad lib. It
Dude,
was pretty
how
cool.
was Trace? Tell everybody the story you were telling me. Talk about your
which one?
pants.
Oh yeah, so Trace, you listen to country music at all?
Of course, love Trace Atkins.
So Trace Atkins
It's a
is
man
legend.
right there.
Yes, absolutely.
Didn't
He's
he
like,
get shot? Didn't his girlfriend shoot him or some
if he
shit?
got shot, he probably ate it and kept walking. Like,
Exactly.
he's that kind of a man.
Yes.
Long hair, got the goatee going, and I don't know if he's a talented singer because he just sounds like he's singing even when he's just talking. His voice is so deep. So if he just talks louder, he's there. And I'm wearing these pretty flamboyant pants and a white jacket, and I see him. I go, I'm really excited. I go shake his hand, and the first thing he says to me is, "Oh, you wore your wife pants, didn't you?" And I was like, "Well, I guess this is where we're starting off. I got to work from the ground and move up in this guy's life." But we had a good time. He ended up giving
What
me
did
his
he
phone
mean by
number.
your wife pants?
Well,
Like,
did you? Pop
He had a
that
nice
picture
little
back
fit.
up?
It was
I had like a floral pants on with some colored snakeskin boots.
I
There
think
it is.
those are manly pants.
I like
the
them,
fuck
dude.
is Atkins
They
talking
had,
about?
They had like a stretchy waistband and everything. I was comfortable as hell in those things.
You look comfy.
Thank you. I was walking that red carpet, dude. Lights everywhere. I was leaking like this, and like people were interviewing. Like, are you okay? Like, I'm fine. I just need a napkin.
Were you leaking right there?
No, actually, I think that was post leak. That was like that post leaking.
Yeah.
Like I was sweating and I was starting to cool down.
Did you shout out the boys?
No,
Fuck the
think I did.
boys. What's a
sad.
red carpet
So
like?
sad.
How's it? How long do you
Yeah.
spend on a red carpet?
it's like 10, 15 minutes walking through. Like it's funny because you have all these country stars. Everyone's there to see, and then there's like me and my wife, and everyone's like, "Okay, there's a dumb football player here too," and like ET's there, like ET. Entertainment-
Thomas?
No, entertainment television. All these like big like brands are there, and they kind of grab and they get a note card and they ask me like 5 questions and send me on my way. They were over me before I even got there, but it was a great time. I had a great time. Took some photos, did the thing live, and that's all I really cared about was the entertainment part. So I had a good time.
Yeah, so bucket list type of thing. Walk on a red carpet. Have you done that before? Flashing lights and all that shit.
I did the ESPYs when I was a rookie, but I was just trying to, be a part of it. That was like actually something I was able to do.
Right.
ESPYs, I just sat and watched. What's the Jenner, the guy that became a girl? What's Caitlyn? I saw her get the award for courage
Most
or something
bravest.
like that. Yeah,
Yeah, the most
like
courageous.
2015 or something like
A lot
that.
of courage.
So I sat there and watched that, and that was great. And then I left. But the CMT thing was much better.
Right. Then
It's
it's
a much
like
better
you're the
deal.
focal point. You know what I mean? You're established.
Yeah, announced duo of the year. Little Big Town came out. They were very nice. It was a cool deal. Very cool deal.
What'd you
Woodland there?
A little hug and kiss?
What's that for them?
Yeah, when you go
Yeah,
out.
no, I gave the guys a gentleman's handshake, and then the ladies came in for a hug. So it wasn't awkward. That's all you care about when you're doing those exchanges, right? Just to make sure you don't get caught when they're trying to.
Yeah.
And you do this,
Oh.
the dap, and then they switch, and you switch at the same time. It's fucking brutal.
On TV, no less.
That
Imagine
would've
if
been tough.
everyone sees that.
That'd have been really tough
Can't
for
come
me to
back
go
from it.
through. You really can't. And so luckily, I have hopefully another opportunity coming up. But that's about it.
Hell
Great,
yeah.
man.
Hey, Will's dead. I hate to put you in this situation. I have to leave.
Go ahead.
Is that
You-
okay?
You take a spot.
Do you want to sit here?
Hell yeah.
Well,
Whatever
I
you
think
do,
we have another ad read or two we got to do. So
Let's bang through it. Let's bang through it.
go do your thing, man. Yeah, when
know what it
Manziel
was.
came on, we got the media thing that Barstool can send out at the end of the week or something like that. Just
Yeah,
let
yeah.
you know what all it's been on. And yeah, it hit on everything because of that conversation, him talking about getting paid.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what made it on there.
Yeah. How'd
When
you
he was
get that
talking-
out of him, that was a nice little.
I just, I think he's just beyond, caring about, playing football, being in that football world anymore. Like he just wants to share his stories and his perspective on everything. You know what I mean?
It's cool.
And he started talking about it. And I'm thinking to myself, like, is he wanting to go? Is he wanting to go there? And we just let it rip. And he didn't say anything afterwards about taking it out.
I guess he just doesn't give a fuck.
He really doesn't. He doesn't. I think he really is, in my opinion, I think he's very much over. He's had to go through a lot of shit, man, to get to that headspace too. Because you got to think, like, you go from being in the same breath as a LeBron and a Tom Brady,
Drake songs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Money Manziel, just all that stuff, right? To just falling the way he did. I'm sure he went through a lot of like difficulty mentally.
Yeah.
And
the psychological bounce back is like it takes a talent to do that, and like a lot of people, I mean, you never think about it in someone else. You're like, oh, like he really went through it. Like I wonder how he's doing after the traumatic event or whatever.
Right. All anyone cares about now is talking about how he's failed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So,
which is corny, but I mean, it is what it's what people like.
Right. People have their own stuff going on in their own head that make them want to bring that negative energy. But like sitting and listening to him, I loved his perspective and his ownership on everything, because he never really outed anything else. He put it all on himself, and I respected having him on the pod. And then before that, we had Dave.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he gave his list. Actually, that was hurtful.
Was it? Was that hurtful?
He gave a list. He's like the 5 people that
All
I like
time.
at Barstool.
It was just 5 all time. If you had to redraft your top 5 in talent, and he actually gave 6 because he said Spittin' Chicklets, both those guys. Like that's 2.
Exactly. But going at the office, you know what I mean? Everybody who's not in that 5, they're all like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Everyone's
How did it make
trying to
you
figure out, are you in the 6 to 10? Are you in the 10 to 10 to 15? Are you in the fucking like top 25? Are you even in the top 50?
Yeah.
People are arguing over it with each other over it. Even on the Yak, we're all talking about it. I think Big Cat did his list just to tell Brandon Walker that he was outside the top 15. I think he put him at 16 or something like that. But I mean, it's harrowing. You hear the boss man talking like that. You want to do well. You want to perform well for Coach, right?
Yeah. Where did Big Cat have you?
And he did. I wasn't there for that. So, I mean, I probably not somewhere good. I don't know. Should I hit him up?
You don't think so? I mean, you might as well find out.
All right, let me.
Just think.
I'll send.
Because what
him
are
a
you thinking
text.
when you saw Dave giving that take? Where were you thinking you might fall in line hearing the list that he did give? Because sometimes you might always be in those conversations with like Spittin' Chicklets, and you're like, all right, I might be right outside of that.
That's what I was trying to tell myself, but you never know where you stand with Dave. You know what I mean? Like he's kind of a closed book some ways in that, where he's like, he'll give me the freedom to do whatever I want, but I'm like, does he like me, or does he
fuck with that idea?
Yeah,
or
is he
think
just
that's
like being
stupid?
nice to me, or because he knows that I'm a battle rapper, I'll come at his fucking big ass nose or whatever, or his inverted knees or some shit like that. He
like
just
right
has
now.
to be polite. Yeah,
Right.
exactly. But those weren't even shots. Those are just warning shots. You know what I mean? If I wanted to go in, I could go in. Maybe he just wants to keep it peace times. But if he ranks me too low, I'm gonna have to write a diss track for him.
Yeah, I've seen him and I enjoy him.
The diss tracks?
I enjoy when you have fun with them. Like when you're doing, well, you have fun with most of them.
Right.
But like, I want to say the one that stood out to me was the one that you might have done around the house.
Oh yeah, I was
Were you-
talking. I
we
was
were
rapping at
quarantined last year?
the dishwasher.
Yeah, that shit was so funny.
Just
dude.
locked inside. I had to body that dishwasher. It was looking at me wrong. Every day, you just look at the fucking appliances. Just like, are you eyeing me up, coffee
Yeah.
pot? Because I might have to fucking catch a body out here. You know what I mean? You guys ever kick around freestyles in the locker room? You guys ever?
Guys try for sure. I've never dabbled in it.
Yeah.
You know, I get when somebody's like, "Hey, come go!" Like the immediate like anxiety starts sweating like this. Nah, I'm good, man.
Who's been the best person that you've that like a best teammate rapper?
So probably Max Crosby
Really?
from the Raiders.
Yeah.
When I was
He had bars?
Yeah, when I was in Oakland, we came in from practice, and it was one of those, you know, it's like Freestyle Friday. Everybody
Yeah.
knows what the Freestyle Friday. Somebody gets out the boom box, gets the beats going. They're passing around the mic. You go. You know, everybody's getting clowned on. And I'm at my locker, and I just hear across the locker room, I just hear somebody going in. And I'm like, yo, who is that? And somebody's like, that's Max. I'm like, Max Crosby? The white dude? The ginger?
Right. Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, like he commands it like every Friday. I'm like,
Really?
damn, he's solid. Yeah.
I had no idea he had that club in his bag.
Yes. Yeah, he's got that club in his bag.
I know he's a good dude, but I didn't know that he was. I didn't know that I had to challenge him next time I see him. I
Next
didn't know
time
he
you
wanted
see
to
him, you'll have
smoke.
to get in there. You seem pretty well versed though.
I'm always ready for it, but
How does that shit happen? Is it just something that you just naturally have in your brain, or your mind can just think of all these fucking words at all times?
Dude, I didn't try it until I was out of high school, and it was more like I'm standing around the keg with the fellas just like freestyling, and like you just kind of realize that like you're doing it like just a notch above everybody else, and so it's like, let me take it to the next level, let me take it to the next level, and I kept being better than everybody else, and eventually like I won championships doing the battle rapping stuff, so it was like kind of reached the top of that field and was able to parlay it into like some different media jobs, the way that you're like working on football, busting your ass in football, so trying to parlay it into other jobs, other gigs, or other types of entertainment or whatever. So I tried to ride that field as far as I could and then pivoted to a different lane.
Damn, because it's always wild to me watching people freestyle, because anytime I've tried, you might say a couple fucking words and then nothing comes in your brain to rhyme or put it all
You
together.
get cat, hat, bat, and then it's like, fuck.
Yeah. Like, fuck,
Where do we go from here, man? Because I felt good about the first three. But
Then you just start cussing. Like when you're not good at it, I just feel like those guys just start cussing.
Right, like talking shit to someone, like,
Yeah.
I'll knock you the fuck out. Talk
Just
shit, get
unnecessary
slumped.
shit.
Dude, do you know who is the best football player freestyle of all time? I'm pretty sure he was on Oklahoma after the bowl game. Malcolm Kelly?
Yeah. Where he's got that
Yeah, I'm a
notorious
player
rap.
from the Himalayas.
Yeah.
Do it for the boys. They
Yeah.
my boys. They my friends or some shit like, bro.
He said maybe AP, maybe AD. Ain't even true because we some athletes. And then all the boys are getting involved with it.
That looks so fun. That
Here it
was
is right
like,
here. Let's throw the headphones on.
Yeah,
Throw the
we got
cans
to.
on. We'll be able to hear it. Sorry, boys.
Dude, what a legend.
Look at my pants, got a sag in my jeans. Let me sit sideways.
A lot of sitting sideways, too.
A lot of sitting sideways.
He could not stop sitting sideways.
I'ma go catch it.
I'ma go wretch it.
Man, I'm sitting sideways, boy, show naked today.
Even the way
right
he ended
there.
it, bro.
Could you imagine being in that locker room when that happens? Like, I'm like the guy, you kind of like observe him in the background, like what's everybody else looking like? You're kind of just sitting there like, all right, what's he doing? And then you're like, okay. Oh, shit.
He's doing it.
All right, yeah, he's doing it.
Do you see that? I feel like I've seen a lot of clips where dudes are dancing in the locker room and people are gassing it up. Like, you don't necessarily see people, or there's not a lot of footage of people hitting their stride freestyle wise and everybody gassing. But I've seen a lot of clips of dudes at every level, high school, college, pros, dancing in the locker room.
Dude,
everybody
it's the best
gassing
vibe
them.
in the world, especially after a win and you got music playing and everybody's dancing. It doesn't even matter how you look, like everyone's just gassing you up. You know what I mean?
Really?
It is the best, man. A locker room vibe is my favorite. And that's ultimately what I will miss most about playing football is being around all the boys and all the locker room, the camaraderie, all that kind of stuff.
It seems so fucking fun. It just seems like everything is like all preconceived notions, or like, I mean, your dicks are out. Like, so like, what is anybody going to say to anybody? Like,
Right.
you guys are just out there like fucking having a good ass
It's the
time.
purest form of camaraderie.
Yes.
And it's the best.
It seems so fucking fun.
Did you play sports in high school?
No. I'm a terrible athlete, real bad athlete. I had to compensate.
Did you attempt?
I was on the high school tennis team for back-to-back Catholic League championships, Spirit Award winner. So you know what I
Okay,
mean.
yeah.
I was bringing that type of energy. But man, I was only on the team because they didn't have cuts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was a bad athlete. Like,
So you were bad at tennis. You were just on the championship team.
yeah, they couldn't cut me. Like,
You
they
traveled.
just needed a certain number of people on the team, and like,
Yeah.
I think in the championship we like went to the woods and we're like drinking 40s while the rest of the team was playing, and we like stumbled out of the woods like, oh, like they won, like fuck yeah. It wasn't a great scene for me athletically. That's why I needed to get into battle rap, other types of competitive things to
You
stay
feel like
sharp.
you feel like you earned a lot of credibility when you get in the battle rap game, huh?
Oh, and they find out you played high school tennis? What? Bro,
Dude,
they
that's
go fucking
sauce.
crazy for the high school tennis. The fucking
I feel like it
backhand?
takes a certain level of confidence to go from a non-tennis starter, you know what I mean, in high school, like
Yeah.
you're not really fucking with all the dudes who are playing ball and everything like that, to going in the battle rap world.
Yeah, I don't know where it came from, honestly. I think part of my brain must be missing to have, that's like irrational confidence to go from that one level to the next level.
That's what you need to have, though, I guess, to be in battle rap, right?
It really does need to be an irrational level of confidence. But it was just a matter of like always having a witty comeback, always being able to talk shit. That was like kind of where I fit in the world, just being able to like have some smart ass shit.
That's a good place to fit in,
Yes.
especially now,
Yes.
nowadays, like being witty, comebacks. Words fucking hurt, man.
Yes.
And when you get dummied with some words and you don't know
man.
how to come back from it,
It makes you want to be violent sometimes.
exactly. The irrational, the ones that aren't very smart, you
Yeah.
know, you just start coming at me and I just don't know what to do. I'm like, all right, well, let's just fucking fight. You're like, oh, okay, big tough guy. And then you're like, just get you going even more.
That's where I would have fit in the sport, in like the sports world. Like in hockey, I'd be like an instigator. I would like talk so much shit that I'd make someone try and fight me, like try and get their star player to try and fight me or some shit like that.
Yeah, like, oh, you're gonna beat up the JV tennis guy now, huh?
Exactly.
Real
like
tough.
you know I'm a pussy. You're beating up a pussy. Like this isn't even impressive. Like I've established that I'm a pussy from the rip.
Right, and then you get to keep going words on top of it. Yeah, it's tough to come back from.
Are there any like real? Oh, I know you got something to get into.
You
but
got the ad read.
Oh, the Bose Quiet Comfort?
The guests always come in when we have guests on the bus and they're doing the ads with us. You got to get an ad read in, and because I also need a break because I just feel it, man.
Dude, it's something about the Bose Quiet Comfort though that you can tune out the shit talk. That's what I like about the Bose Quiet Comfort. Someone like me will be talking shit to you. Someone like me will be in your ear, and you just want to pop in the Bose Quiet Comfort and completely tune everything out. They got the noise canceling. I'm not even looking at the screen.
I know.
That's
man,
how much I know
stuff.
about Bose. They say to personally endorse it. I'm already personally endorsing it because I pop them in the ear myself, go for a little bit of jog. They stay in there. The Quiet Comfort is sublime. And if you want to get yourself a pair of Bose, go to bose.com/barstool to rule the quiet with your own Bose Quiet Comfort earbuds. They're beautiful. They're fantastic. You need them for your ears. They won't even slip out if you're sweating your ass off in a sauna van after eating some hot chicken.
I wish I had them in right now because I know they wouldn't fall out.
Exactly. You wouldn't be sweating. Sometimes you put the cans on. It's hot out. You got the side cheek sweat. Not with the Bose Quiet Comfort. The little buds, they pop right in.
Yeah.
And you're on your way.
You did a hell of a job with that ad read.
Thank you, brother. I know that copy well.
Yeah,
That's
you
copy
do,
that
yeah.
I've been well versed in. But I mean, it's easy when it's Bose. It's just a top notch.
Dude, Bose
product.
is the best. So they might still be partnered with the NFL, but they were partnered with the NFL as long as I can remember. And every year, week 1, you'd walk into the hotel and you'd have a nice new pair of Bose headphones waiting for you.
That's what people don't know, how much free shit you guys get.
Yeah, because you get those, it's like, oh, I still got the same pair from last year. This will just be a Christmas gift for my brother.
Right,
you know
exactly.
what I mean?
Multiple Bose. You have the whole suite. Have you ever done one of those like shopping things where they like just bring you in somewhere and they just like give away? I think they do them at the Super Bowl. You just like walk through a house and like in a room you get like a gift, like you get a trip to like Barbados or some shit.
Dude, it's the best.
What is that? What is that shit?
So they're just like, so you're talking about the Super Bowl. So Super Bowl will have like these gift suites. You'll come in if you're a player, you have like the right credentials to go through and like get free stuff. You basically walk in. So say it was like Nike. You'd walk in and Nike'd have all this stuff laid out for you. You just go in and grab whatever you want. Throw it in one of their Nike duffel bags. And you're out with some free gear. You're figuring out that, and then they have FedEx set up for you after you hit all these gift suites.
To just
say
send it
Bose
home?
comes on, yeah. Say Bose comes in. Okay, I want this Bose, I want that Bose, whatever. All these different gift suites, and then some like nice clothing, like stuff you don't hear about, some things you don't even know you need. And then FedEx is set up for you because FedEx is sponsoring in some kind of way. They have something for you to box it up. They take care of it, ship it to your house, so you don't have to like check it on the plane going back home.
That's bullshit. Why can't poor folks like me get some shit for free? Why do they wait until everybody's making a bunch of money to give everybody a bunch of free shit?
You know how it is, man. When you go, like the Sunday Conversations, any interviews you've done, you need a little firepower that you're going to brand it through. Like, are you going to go and just interview just anybody? No, you're going to put a little thought into it because you want it to hit. It's like when you have on Dave Portnoy, you have on Rone, you have on Johnny Manziel. Like, yeah, the boys know, like, we're funny, we can carry a conversation and have a little audience and stuff like that. But if we want to get into the masses, you got to go through
Turn it up a little notch.
So if you got a brand, why not go through NFL players? Give them free stuff. They're going to promote it. They're going to think it's awesome.
That's what I mean. That's the main reason
That's
to
why.
get to the NFL.
That's the
That's the
business
best
side.
reason to get to the NFL. The free Bose, the free headphones.
Yeah.
Fuck the accolades. Fuck the fame. Fuck the millions and millions of dollars.
It's the gift
Bose.
suites.
It's the gift suites.
It's the gift suites, man.
When I first heard about, like, I found out about them, I was furious. I was so pissed off that everybody's
the
just
gift
getting
suites?
Yeah, that everyone's just getting free shit. Like, what the fuck?
So does Barstool not set up gift suites for the boys?
No, they don't. Barstool's not giving us anything. They give us t-shirts that's like a size too small because I've been going around on Neighborhood Eats eating too much. I got tits now. Fuck it. It's just bad. It's not good. Barstool needs to work on the gift suites.
They need to work on appreciating their talent.
Yeah, gifting to people.
As I'm
appreciating
sitting
their
here, I'm kind of calling out Barstool. They need to work on
Yeah, let them fucking know what they need to do.
I've never been there. I'm going tomorrow. I'm going to HQ tomorrow.
Are you?
Yeah.
You're
Garrett,
about to fly
Garrett
to New
and I
York?
are going, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Flying in, our flights are like 6 a.m. Then we fly back tomorrow night. But going in, hitting some meetings, hitting some fun.
What are you expecting? What are your expectations of the office? Is it intimidating at all?
So when we first went in, I mean, there was like The intimidation factor is when the door's shut and you're sitting there with like Erica and Dave.
Right.
Negotiating a couple things.
Right.
But going in, you're like, yo, this is fucking Barstool. Like this is where it all happens.
Uh-huh.
And as chaotic as it is like online and on the internet and just everybody doing their thing, right? Barstool is very loud on the internet.
Right.
You walk in and you go on the different levels, the different floors, and everybody's quiet because everyone's locked in like doing stuff.
I know.
Like, you guys are actually grinding very hard. You guys just have fun. You would say no, you would disagree? Maybe that was the one day. Maybe that was a day where people are like, oh, we need to be a little more.
Some people are grinding very hard, but I think that there's also some people who just have their heads down, and some people, like, there is like anxiety like that people have there. People are scared. They're not like always the most like welcoming to new people. I know new people come into the office, like you want someone to like jump up and be like, yo, what's up? You know what I mean? Like say hi to you. And I think
love that. That's what I'm about.
Yeah,
they don't do that there?
Some people do, but some people pretend they're working. You know, they'll just
Are you one of those guys?
No, I'm gonna pop up. I'm gonna come over and be like, you're gonna have a loud ass dap from me. I'm
Like,
gonna fucking
welcome to the squad.
Compton! I'm gonna fucking shout across the entire office, and we're gonna fucking build synergy right off the jump. But some people, you know what I mean? They'll act like they're busy, but it might just be anxiety. People who are content creators at Barstool, all of them super nice people, but some of them will have anxiety about meeting new people. And
well, yeah, because they also know everything's on the internet with Barstool.
Exactly.
You never know when the camera's rolling. You know what I mean?
And the camera's almost always rolling at the office too, so you want to have like the interaction be right or whatever. But
right,
because when you're over there, man, you just
when you're not.
I
I feel like when you're not like in front of the camera doing stuff all the time, to where you've just gotten a little like numb to it, like you just realize like it's not as serious as what you seem like it is.
That's true.
When it's in the beginning stages, you want every interaction to be exact, because if it's not, you're like driving home, you're like, fuck, I should have said this. Right. I should have did that.
And you want everyone to be who you think they are too. Like you see like Big Cat online, and then you meet Big Cat and you want him to be like all the things, and they are for the most part. Like everybody really like brings it like as they are, but you're like, damn, like I hope like they're the content personality that I've been watching. Like I hope that they live up to this expectation that I built for them, because like we consume the shit too. You know what I mean? I'm a fan too. Like I remember the first time I went to the Barstool offices, you open up those elevators at the old HQ, and like it's intimidating as fuck. Like there's all these people who are very good at what they do and like at kind of the top of their field, and it's a little bit scary.
Right, and then when they're riffing and just going on, just being witty about it all, it's just kind of like it's overbearing a little bit. You're like, oh shit, like I need to be on my P's and Q's type of thing.
I know they sent out an email saying that you guys are coming in, and if anybody wants to do content with you, did anybody reach out? Are you doing anything with anybody?
I've had a few. KFC's reached out.
Okay.
I've talked with Dan, Big Cat.
Nice.
I'm doing Token.
Okay.
I got meetings lined up for like merch and some stuff that we're planning throughout the calendar year.
Fuck
that
yes.
I definitely want to lock in and get dialed in.
Fuck yes.
Obviously meeting Steve and Che.
You have to meet Steve and Che.
I'm ready to meet everybody. Like I'm coming in, whether or not people pretend they're working or not, they're gonna get a dap from comp.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
just because I'm excited.
Like, juice.
Like I need it too. You know what I mean? Like I can't have the quiet nature that just goes on. It's like, hey, we're here. Like let's just break this. Like let's break this barrier now.
100%. That's genius. On my first day, I made sure, as awkward as it was, or as like much of a dork as I felt, I made sure to go around everybody, shake everybody's hand, just meet everybody, because then the rapport is there. You've at least broken the ice. You have the ability to talk to everybody. But I mean, it gave me anxiety at the time. You know what I mean?
Dude,
I'm not scared to admit it. It definitely gave me anxiety because like you want to succeed.
Yeah, especially when you're vulnerable enough to put all this shit out on the internet too.
Right.
To where you can be on the other side of it and just get dummied, right? Like I've been on the side where you make a couple bad plays and people are just trashing you on the internet, which is tough.
Yeah.
You kind of have to learn that at like a young age when you're at Nebraska and you're just like a kid and you're seeing Twitter and message boards and everything else. And you're like, damn, people just think I'm garbage. Like, am I really bad?
How much do you see that stuff, or how much do people see that stuff? Is it more for some players than other players? Like,
I think more than people realize.
Yeah.
And more than even athletes would want to admit. You know what I mean? Because we're all human, right? Like you're sitting here talking about the anxieties that you've had. Like the human brain, like we're not that much different. Like we all have the same thoughts. We're all built to seek comfort first and think, like, be as secure as possible. But we're all insecure, vulnerable. You know what I mean? Like,
and we're curious what other people think about us
at all times. And so I think, like, athletes, they wouldn't admit it, but I think it happens more often than not. And that's just me thinking that based on my own experience, and then talking about it amongst other guys and seeing kind of their body language and reactions to, like, okay, they go through the same kind of shit that I have.
And
you know what I mean?
I know exactly what you're saying. My next question though is, do you think that? So I've heard like James Harden doesn't even like have the internet on his phone, but then I've also heard like criticisms of young NFL players that they read too much about it. Do you think there's anybody that doesn't read anything? And do you think that there's like you can read too much of your press clippings or what Twitter's saying about you?
Both. I mean, yeah, I could believe like if Harden doesn't have social media and stuff. I don't know if he does. I don't know if he has like his username or anything like that. But I would assume that some guys don't do it. I mean, there are times where I would have to be like, I have to essentially like fast from this. I'm not going to be on it from here to then. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to read anything because you'll get curious. Because I've been on the other spectrum of searching my name. Like back, I always use this example. I've said it on a few pods in the past. But there was a game where when I was playing for Washington, and we played the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. And I missed 2 tackles in a row on Ezekiel Elliott. 2 tackles I should not have, like, you know, one I didn't run my feet. The next one I'm in my own head about it, like don't miss, and you know what you think you become, all that kind of shit.
Damn.
And I was on the sideline wondering what Twitter was saying about me, other than being immersed into short memory. Get over, like it's all good. Players make bad plays. Like you're going to be fine.
Right.
Getting out of my own head like that. So I've been on both ends of the spectrum to where I'm like, I know when I don't need to feed my brain that stuff, or when I can potentially get too caught up in it. And then I've been on the other side where you have searched it enough. Like, you know, you have buddies that sit there and joke. It'll be after a game, and I've had a buddy of mine who's like, he was a lineman, I won't say his name, but he's like, I had a terrible game. I'm going to search my name on Twitter and just punish myself. Like joking, we're all laughing, but you know he's doing that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Guys search their names.
You
It's
feel
just what
bad, and
happens.
it's almost like you want to feel really bad. It's like watching a sad movie when it's raining. It's
Yeah.
like you just want to double down on that feeling of
Yeah.
just like, I feel like shit, like I deserve this.
And when you can't get to that instant feedback on what your coach thinks or what the actual reality is of the situation, you find it, I feel like you just can't wait. So you know you can get somebody's opinion online. So you'll go and try and figure out what their opinion is of you. And then you'll live in your head, I wonder if my coach feels that way. I wonder if they're reading the same thing.
Yeah.
I wonder if Rone read the same thing and now he thinks I'm trash.
Right.
Like, damn, Comp had a tough game. I wonder if he read that comment. Like, hey, Comp, how you doing?
Yeah, they're killing
Like, you
him
just
on
get
there.
in your own head that
Yes.
way, right? So you've just had to learn. Like, I've just learned over the years just how, you know, it can't play that much of a role in my head that it has in the past.
It's hard to stay present though. Like I'll like get the little app and try and do like I try to do my little meditation on the way to the airport this
Right.
morning, and like you find your mind wandering, and it's like I want to be present in the moment. Like you want to be present on the sideline, not thinking about that missed tackle, but it's
Right.
like it's hard. Like it is really like a discipline as much as training your body is a discipline. It's a discipline to have your mind right and to be focused and to be present and just like living in the moment.
Absolutely. Learning like reading books. I read books.
Damn, that's a fucking flex, my
yeah,
dog.
I know, right?
Teach me your ways.
But it's like you start learning that you use your mind as a disadvantage when really you can tap in, and you do got to work on your mental just as much as you do the physical stuff, just as much as you do studying the playbook, just as much as you do working out. You got to work on your mental for just feeding yourself good vibes and what you want out of everything. The whole meditation thing, big into trying to be consistent at doing that just because it gives you a good headspace. But like anything, you drop content or something you put a lot of work into that you're passionate about, and you drop it and you want to see what people think and their feedback. So your mind can wander, and then you're on these different pages and you're like, when the fuck am I here about to respond to this person?
Yeah.
When ultimately,
Fuck you.
Yeah. And ultimately, like, what doesn't matter? Because
Right.
ultimately it doesn't all matter. It's just more so about your work, what you're putting into it, how you're getting better as a person, how you're able to have this mental fortitude about yourself.
What other people think of you is none of your business is
Correct.
one of the best quotes.
Yes, is one of the best quotes. I think AJ, shout out the boy AJ Brown, he's tweeted that one before. But yes, what other people think you are is none of your business, because it's true, man. And you just don't know what anybody else is going through. Like, you've learned to kind of look at comments, or if people are lashing out with negative energy, you don't know what they're going through on the other end, because it takes so much energy to hate than it does obviously showing love. Like, I was on Mike Studd's pod and we were talking about rooting for each other. It's like I root for you. Like, I'm a fan of Rone. We're in the Barstool universe now. So I'm like, who are the people there that, seem cool, that I want to root for, that I want to start to have a relationship with.
Right.
So I'll root for you, hit a like button, hit a comment, and, let's fucking go, any of that stuff. But the people who are rooting for you aren't spending time in the negative energy to where I'm like, I click on your comments and see what people are saying and see some of the hate that kind of happens and goes on. You know what I'm saying?
Right. They're not there. They don't have boots on the ground.
Right.
And speaking of boots,
Speaking of boots,
I didn't want to do it to him.
Shout out Georgia Boot, the world's most comfortable boot. Georgia Boot is America's hardest working boot, and for 80 years, Georgia's been making boots that work as hard as you do. Tough enough for your job, cool enough for everything else. Cool enough for this podcast. Shout out Bussin with the Boys. Thank you for sponsoring the boys. Georgia Boot makes super comfortable and super good looking boots. So comfortable, you never want to take them off. The boys like looking good. And even when I'm working and out on that football field, these boots handle that. These boots will hold up in any condition without sacrificing any comfort. It has the comfort technology of an athletic shoe packed into a great-looking boot. Great-looking boots that are wildly comfortable at a price you can afford. And every time I'm wearing these boots, the boys, my teammates, they're always asking me, hey, Comp, why are you out here in these boots, man? Why do you look so fast? Why do you look so good? And whether you're working on your feet all day, working around the house, grilling out with your friends, looking fast on the football field.
Boots.
These boots don't sacrifice that comfort or style. They offer the best work boots, wedges, loggers. Whether you need a waterproof boot, steel toe, soft toe, square toe, Met guard, non-puncture shank, non-slip sole, they've got it all. Head over to georgiaboot.com and use code BUSSIN for 20% off your order.
Damn, beautiful. GeorgiaBoot.com. Beautifully done. Seamless. So my question that I was about to ask before that, though, is there somebody on your team that is in charge of keeping your mind sharp the way that you have a strength and conditioning coach? Does that exist?
No, not really. I don't think it exists much. I know some coaches will bring in somebody to kind of do it a few times out of the year, but, you know, not somebody that works with you at all times, like with a team. You know, early in my career, I worked with a mental coach, Ben Newman. Shout out to boy Ben Newman.
Mm-hmm.
He helped me out a lot. I was huge into the whole Tony Robbins world. Listen, just feeding my mind that. I kind of got into it in college. So I was young and, like, you know, anything that somebody said, I wanted to soak it in. If they were where I wanted to be, I wanted to listen to them in some capacity.
Yeah.
But as far as like a mental coach or bringing somebody in for a team, no, they don't really have it. I think it's like, you know, it's either for you or not. Like you either want to do that stuff or you think it's corny.
Yeah.
I get both sides of it. And if you're if somebody who's confident enough that's talking about it being corny and you just kind of see their confidence, you're like, all right, I see why it's not for them.
Right.
I just know based on where my mind jumps around to and seeing it and be like, I feel like I could take something from this, then I want to add that glove to my bag.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, there you go. There you go. Because it is like it's like having a nutritionist. Like mentally, you are what you're going to be feeding yourself thought wise.
No
so
question.
like having somebody that's like encouraging you to eat the right things or like give yourself the right stimuli, pay attention to the right things. I feel like it could be helpful. I don't know if anyone needs to hire a 2-time Spirit Award winner from a tennis team or anything.
That's what
like
I'm
that.
saying, man. Hit the boy Rone up.
Get a consulting job one time. Come on.
And whether or not it's like a mental coach or even therapy, like a therapist, like you can't read the directions when you're inside the box. One of my favorite quotes. And when you have somebody who's not emotionally attached to you, right? Like say we're close friends. And you might want to pick advice from me. You might not, just because we're so close. Like it's like when the dad's trying to tell the kid something. He's telling him it all along, but some NFL player tells it to the kid, and the dad's saying it like I tell him that all along.
Ben saying that.
All of a sudden he loves it because it comes from you. It's like one of those things when you have somebody that doesn't have an emotional investment in you, and you can go talk to them about different perspectives, and they can kind of help walk you through how your brain's working, how you're thinking of things. They can give you different perspectives, different ways to look at it. I feel like having that soundboard and that advice back from somebody you're not attached to is very valuable.
Definitely.
Because it's you know, it doesn't matter to them. They're just giving it to you.
Take it or
real.
leave it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Take it or leave it. And it's kind of up to you. Like, what are you open to? Like, what are you receptive to?
No question. We're getting into very much a mental. My man's shirt is dark gray now.
Yeah.
We're getting into very much a mental episode.
There's no part that's not covered in sweat. It's so fucking dark with sweat.
Are you getting photos of him, JP?
Ring
Good
it
deal.
out. Ring it out a little bit.
Shirt in this color.
It looks nice dark. A little heather gray.
So what do you got after this? What do you got after Nashville?
I think
the boys have been rolling through here now.
Yeah, a lot of people have
Dana,
been coming
the
through.
Barstool versus America came through.
Right.
Marty came through to shoot content with Za.
Yes,
awesome.
yes.
They were all time. I cooked them some steaks. We played nice Monopoly at the house.
Oh, really? That's love. That's love. We need to put a heat check on Dana B though. Dana B is back, but
Hang on now. You want to put a heat check on him? You want to check him a little bit. You think the ego? Do you think the head's getting a little too big?
I don't know if it's about the ego, but I'm I'm getting close to selling my Dana B stock. If he keeps on calling himself the king of the blowjobs and stuff like that, you just have to act like you've been there before. With some things in life, you know what I mean? Like,
I feel you.
A system of accountability within the locker room. You know what I mean?
Right.
If I can't keep my man accountable, then he just might run away crazy. You know what I mean? There has to be someone there that's keeping him honest. So just Dana, let's just if you get a blowjob, enjoy it yourself. You don't have to publicize the fact that you're the king of the blowjobs unless he really wants that title, in which case I will be selling all of my stock.
So if he keeps that title, king of the blowjobs, you're going to sell your stock in Dana
I think
B.
so. Are you buying? If you're buying, I
just like sitting back. I like sitting in the stands and seeing whatever's happening. And I'm a hype man at heart. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that for sure.
I feel what you mean. My man feels himself. I do think he's back. I don't know when he leaves.
Yes, and does he leave? You know what I mean? Maybe he stays forever, and I hope he does. I'm rooting for him to stay forever, but I will also be that source of accountability in his life, whether he wants it or not, because that's the kind of friend I want to be to him.
And it's like, this is something that's falling under the umbrella of like, hey man, keep it in the locker room.
Yes, exactly. Even though we are putting this out on a public broadcast right now, but which
will be blogged about. You know what I mean? Which will be taken,
which he'll see, and he'll Google his own name, read the press clippings about himself, and probably feel anxiety about it. So Dana, I'm sorry for that, but at the same time,
you're probably feel anxiety from that.
You know what I mean? You're my boy, Dana. But you have had a lot of people here. Hopefully, people keep on coming through, because what a great set. You said you're going to move though. This is the last show here, or what's happening?
So we just moved here.
Oh, so I thought you just said something's the last show on the bus.
This is the last show without AC everywhere. We have AC on the bus, but we have to turn it off because everybody, bitches because it's loud. The fans, the audience, we gotta keep the boys happy out there.
That's love to the boys. But this is an incredible. Anyone who can come here, anybody that's Barstool related, they should all come through here.
I think Erica's gonna come out in July. I've told KFC, hey, he needs to come out.
Yes.
Dan, PFT, I've told him. Are you in PFT's band?
Yes.
Are you guys a band together?
Pup Punk, yes sir.
Putt Punk?
Pup Punk, like PUP Punk, like pop, but pup with Dave's little Boston accent, pup.
So I've told PFT that you guys need to come out here because we're making this segment called the I'll go ahead. Breaking news.
Wow.
Maybe
breaking news?
You can beep it out if you want to. But we're making this thing. We have Picking with the Boys. This can be your new starting point, so you don't give that out. We're rebranding it right now.
Okay.
And we're gonna make it to where the artist, I don't know how much you look at Bussin's Instagram, but we basically have
every
an
day.
artist.
I'm on there
I love that.
a couple
Follow
times a day.
Bussin WTB.
I got notifications on. Come on.
Love that. But an artist will sit on, right? We've had a lot of different artists on. They'll come and play basically on the bus, and we call it Picking with the Boys.
That's awesome.
And it just lives on our Instagram. But we're doing some rebranding. We're putting some resources into it to where you'll be able to move from inside the bus to outside. We're gonna have a little setup out here. We're doing some rebranding, but we would love if your guys' band wanted to be a part of the launch, making content, do a song.
Say no more. We'll come down. We'll do
Say
a
less.
stripped down acoustic set. I love an idea like that. A little tiny bus. You know what I mean? Tiny desk, but it's on the bus type of vibe.
You got the right idea.
I know what you're saying.
You got the right
That's
idea.
genius. You have the aesthetic. You have the look for it. And what better town to be doing all that than Nashville? Come
Then the
on.
Music City in Nashville.
Exactly.
And we are also doing something else. I'll talk to you about it after.
Oh.
Because it's a little, the people are going to love it. I think they're going to vibe with it.
Cool.
It's going to come out, but I'll talk with you about it after. But I think this has been a phenomenal pod. Have we hit on everything, man?
We absolutely have, dude. Thank you so much for having me out here.
Have you had fun?
You guys are the shit. Yes, I've had fun. I'm like sweating a little bit less, but like I'm still drenched. I feel like I jumped in a pool.
I'm sweating so much, dude.
Love it.
How are the boys doing? How are the mics doing?
Exactly.
I see the 51 strokes. Do you shoot for the 51 strokes?
No, Rone, I was lucky enough to get a hat. He gifted me the hat.
I like the bleached hair.
Yeah, the bleached hair, we're doing it all, man. Yeah, shout out to Caleb and the 51 strokes. Shout out to all the boys.
Caleb needs to get on the bus.
And I'm sure he will.
I'm trying to tell him because I'm cool with this boy Cole Holcomb.
Oh, yeah.
Linebacker for Washington. I see them out there golfing.
You know the story about us and Cole Holcomb?
Nah.
We were messaging
Cole Holcomb story, let's go.
Dude, we were messaging Cole all last year. I had Cole's number, and I was saying right before they played the Rams, I was like, yo, it's Jared. Or he asked for Jared's number. Caleb gave him my number. So he was texting me the whole week of the game, thinking that he was texting with Jared Goff, but it was me the entire time just talking reckless shit to him. And he was just coming back. He was like coming back saying like crazy shit about Jared Goff. I was like, damn, if I was actually Jared Goff, I'd be really pissed off about this. But like right before the game, like Caleb was trying to tell him like, yo, it wasn't him. Like it's not actually Jared Goff. Like don't go up to him and be like, what the fuck were you saying to me or whatever.
Oh, he was firing back like that.
Yes, like that. It was
like there was tension in the texting.
Very much tension. Like
it wasn't trying to be witty comebacks. It was like
savage shit. Stuff about family members and stuff like that. And
I love that.
Luckily, everybody's on the same page right now. But he was going through it a little bit. He was we had him in the blender a little bit, but then he came back. He had us in the blender afterwards. Like he made it seem it was a whole saga. I'll show you the messages.
I love
Shout
that.
out Cole, man.
Shout out
good
Cole,
sport.
man.
He was a good sport about us being assholes.
Yeah, I love that because I want him and Caleb because I know they went to school and shit together and they're boys and everything.
Yes,
but
for sure.
Any Barstool personality that's trying to get out here and get on the bus is open, man. We've had about 5 different personalities roll through, so people need to get the memo. They need to get out to Nashville.
That's right. Got to get out here.
Subscribe, rate, review. Thanks for another episode of Bussin' with the Boys, brought to you by Chevy and also presented by Barstool Sports. Find us everywhere, Bussin' WTB. Like, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We got it all. Dad hats. Oh, we got to get the dad hats. We got merch that's not on my head right now. It accidentally, I don't know how it happened, but Allison shipped it to my parents' house. So my dad got a box of dad hats.
They're real dad hats.
Yeah, happy Father's Day, Dad. But it says dad written in cursive across it. They're awesome. Imperial hats,
That's
rope
fire.
hats. They're fire, bro.
Ooh.
Get your dad one.
BarstoolSports.com, right?
At the Barstool Sports store. BarstoolSports.com/store.
Maybe.
Hit
That sounds
brand,
right.
hit
That sounds better
brand,
than what I
scroll down,
said.
you'll see Bussin' with the Boys, you'll see the dad hat. If you're a dad watching, listening, go cop one. Tell your wife, tell your kid, hey, do your dad a solid, do your old man a solid. I do a lot of shit for you. Buy me a dad hat. Or if you're a kid or a wife listening, hook the old man up. But we got that. Check out our merch store everywhere. Big hugs, tiny kisses. Be a fucking wolf. Boom.
My dog.
Hit the AC. Big shout out to you guys. If you enjoyed this episode and love and support Bussin' with the Boys, go to whatever podcast platform you're on and subscribe to us. Leave a review, rate 5 stars. If you're already subscribed, unsubscribe and resubscribe again. It helps the boys climb the charts. And again, we wouldn't be doing this and can't do this without you guys and all of your support. We also have a YouTube channel. If you'd like to watch our show or these episodes, they're on YouTube at Bussin' with the Boys. We're also on social media at Bussin' WTB. You can follow us everywhere. Go buy our merch. You guys know that whole deal. But thank you so much. We are forever grateful for you. The biggest of hugs and tiniest of kisses for the boys, always and forever.